Hi everyone, I'm Heather. So I have recently got back from a trip to Scotland and I made a little travel journal whilst I was up there. So I'm going to do a flip through of that to show you today. But I also want to talk about the stuff that I took with me and some mistakes that I made as well, because this is actually the first travel journal that I have done actually whilst I was on the trip. So normally when I go on holiday, I normally save up all of the ephemera whilst I'm away. I just take normal pictures on my phone, and then when I get back I spend a couple of weeks putting it all into the book. Like when I did my New York book, that's basically what I did. So I just collected all the stuff and then did it when I came home. But I really wanted to try out taking scrapbooking stuff with me so that I could just sit in the evening and scrapbook like that day, journal from that day. So yeah, I am really pleased with the way that the journal turned out. It's not my best journal ever. I feel like it probably would have been better if I had just done it once I got back. But it was nice to be able to do some crafting whilst I was en route. It was a nice thing to be able to do in the evening. So yeah, first of all, I'm going to show you what I took with me because that was kind of important and I really did overthink that first. And then I'm going to do a flip through of the actual book so you can see what I did. And then I will talk about all the mistakes I made and what I would do differently next time. So yeah, keep watching. Okay, so first of all, I didn't know really what to take with me because I felt like I wanted all of my stuff and I was really worried that I was going to be away and then be doing a page and then thinking, oh, I've got a sticker that would be so perfect for this, but I haven't got it with me. So and then also I didn't know what to keep it all in. And the reason that I kind of wanted to do this in the first place was because this room is where I do my crafting in, and I call it my craft room, but it's also Alex's office. He sits here at the computer, and when he's working from home, I can't get in here, and it's really annoying. And I have been really wanting to put together just a little kit so that when he's at home and I really want to journal, I can just quickly pick it up like a little grab bag and take it downstairs and just do it downstairs on the kitchen table. So that is something that I've been looking into setting up for a few months now. And I did have this bag. This is a Create 365 the Happy Planner bag. I've had this for years. I think I originally got it from Crafty Charlie. I'll put a link in the description below because Crafty Charlie is such a good place to get scrapbooking supplies from. But yeah, I've had this literally years. But it's really cute, and I was going to use this at first because it's got loads of different pockets in it. So on this side, the actual journal would go there, and then there's a pocket here, and then on the other side there's zips and stuff, and there's just loads of different pockets. You can see I have actually used this before. Yeah, just to keep stuff in. But the thing that really bothers me about this, I do really like it and I like the way that it all opens and stuff, but it's these bags, and it's keeping it's the washi tape basically. I don't like the way the washi tape is just really hard to get to, trying to scramble to get one from the bottom, and yeah, it does bother me a little bit. But I was going to take this, and this is a good bag, I do like it, and I was going to take that one with me. But then I just happened to go to Primark a week before we went to Scotland, and I just happened to see this bag here. So this is literally just a cosmetics bag, and I thought I'd buy it anyway because the worst case scenario is I can actually just use it as a cosmetics bag. But it's actually really perfect because I love the way that it's see-through, because then you can actually see everything inside it. But yeah, I took this one in the end and it did work perfectly. So there's this pocket on the front here, and I put some papers in here. So this is just what's left over because obviously I have actually done the book. So yeah, I got together as many A5 sheets as I could find that I thought would be relevant. So I got loads that had tartan prints on them, and I kind of tried to stick to a colour scheme because I didn't know what colours all the ephemera was going to be. I think that was a biggest problem as well, because like I didn't know what I was going to get. Whereas when you go on holiday first and then you come back with all of the ephemera, you can kind of match up like the different colours of the leaflets and stuff that you've collected. You can match it up to what you've already got. So yeah, I couldn't do that, but at the same time I didn't want to take every single colour. So I thought, you know, if I have like a pink and purple colour scheme, which are my two favourite colours, and also Scotland makes me think of purple. I think it's because of all the heather up there. So and obviously I was going to take pictures in the heather. So yeah, I've just got as many things like this as possible. And then I put them all in here, and I put them in this front pocket here. I should really have, and I could have changed this halfway through, but I kind of wish that I just kept this pocket like empty, because then I could have just quickly popped the ephemera in, because when I was like, I don't know, when I just quickly got back to like our room, it would have been easier just for somewhere to quickly pop things before going out again. So, but yeah, that was what I kept in there. And then in here as well, so in this main bit, here, this is obviously supposed to be for makeup brushes, but I've got my little dots, my washi dots in this pocket here. And then I've got a couple of like pens, the main pens that I use, also pens that I would probably need for something else as well, like not just journaling, so I can quickly just grab it. And then in this side I put these stickers. They were just like generic washi stickers. I took quite a lot of generic stuff like flowers and things, because I thought that just goes with everything and it's like good for like fill-in spaces. So yeah, I took them as well. And then so also in here I've got this pencil case. I had two pencil cases. So this pencil case I kept like all of my stationery stuff in. So in here there are things that I'm obviously going to need, like a Pritt stick, pens, sellotape, a pencil sharpener, a rubber, Sharpies and stuff. And then the two different types of pen sets that I took with me, because I only took two with me. So I took these ones, which I think I got these from, I can't remember where I got these from. Tesco's. I think I got these ones from Tesco's. But these ones are all in the different colours, and I don't know if you can see that, but they're like just normal like nibs. Like you can write with these, but you can also colour with them. And then I also got these ones as well. These ones are the ones I think I got them from Lidl, no, I got these from Flying Tiger. I got the other ones from Lidl. And they're like watercolour brushes, which I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, like they're really nice. And these were actually really good. So I did all the titles with all of them. So yeah, that's like the basic stationery. That's kind of like the pencil case that you would pack going to school, you know. So that was that. And then in this pencil case, so this hasn't really got that much left in it. I just put like loose stickers in it, kind of things that I thought I would need. Like I went through all of my stash before I went and just picked out things that I kind of knew that I was going to do, and like what Scotland looks like. So like there were stickers like this, for example. There were loads and loads of these. And then like just generic things like butterflies and, you know, things like that. And then I had like loads of castles, because obviously there's loads of castles in Scotland. So yeah, I think it did help as well, because we actually stayed with my mother-in-law and I've been up there several times before. So it did help that I could picture in my head like what kind of things it was I was going to. So, you know, I knew what I kind of needed. There were things that I didn't take with me that I really wish that I had done. But yeah, and then I got these two sticker books. These are my favourite two. This one is kind of like travel orientated. So I took this one because, I mean, it's more for like travelling around like Europe really. But it had things in it, like I didn't actually use a sticker in the end, but it had things in it like castles and stuff. And I mean, I've used most of these now, but it had like this suitcases and stuff and cameras, you know, like basically travel stickers. And then in this one there's really similar stickers, but there were things like this, like steps with like purple flowers that could be heather, just generic things like that are kind of really Scottish. There were so many stone walls and stuff in Scotland. I really wish I'd got this washi tape that I have actually now purchased, but it's washi tape that's like a stone wall. I really wish I'd bought that before my trip, because that was like everywhere. But yeah, so I took these, and like I've got so many sticker books. They were the two that I picked. And then I took this washi tape. So all of my washi tape is like really organised in like these boxes. And I just didn't know what to pick, and I didn't want to take them out, so I just bought these ones because some of them have got like a tartan like print on them, so I thought that would actually be like really perfect for Scotland. And also it kind of then set the whole like purple like theme through my book, which actually, now looking through my book, it isn't actually that obvious that there is a purple theme at all. But you know, I had to draw the line out, like I couldn't take all the colours, so these are the ones. And also I kept them in the little box that they came with so that they were easy to take with me, so that was good. And then I also took some stamps for writing the date every day, just because I thought that might just add a nice little touch. And then, so this was the journal that I did. So I wanted to try out this this travel journal style, and I did really like this. Like, I really enjoyed this actual book. The only thing is, this is a Carpe Diem one, and it's actually like a little bit bigger than a normal traveller's notebook. Like, I think it's a little bit wider. And also the two books that it came with, this one, like, I really do like them. They're really nice, and I kind of didn't want to use them. But this one's lined pages, and then this one's plain, and I really like dots, so I went and bought another journal that was dots, and I put that in here instead. I put this back to normal now because obviously I've taken it out because I filled it up. So but yeah, I did really like this cover, and I probably will use this cover again if I do this again on another trip. So yeah, like, I kind of like the way that this was. I liked the way that this did work. Yeah, and it was nice because obviously it's got like the handles on it, and I just put it down like on the table every evening, and then it was easy to just put everything back in it again and just pick it up and take it and put it in the car. And I did actually really enjoy just having this, so I probably will keep this like with some things in it nowadays, so that I can just keep it in this room, and then when Alex is working from home, I can just grab it and take it downstairs. So yeah, that was that. Also, another thing that I took with me as well was my Instax camera, because obviously I wanted to put photos in the book, but I didn't want to take my Canon selfie printer, and because it's just too big. Like, Alex was saying that it is a small printer and we could have taken it with us, but I still have to plug it in, it still has to connect to the Wi-Fi, and I really, really wish that I had one of those like little printers. I think I'm going to ask for one for Christmas, because I do keep really, really wanting one. Whether I get the Instax one or whether I get, there's the HP Sprocket one, I think that's really cute because that actually prints onto stickers as well. So I'm gonna look into getting, like, you know what I'm talking about, like the tiny ones that you can literally just throw in your bag, and they work by Bluetooth, and they're way more portable than the Canon selfie is. So yeah, I didn't want to take my Canon selfie printer, so I took my Instax camera, which obviously meant that the only photos that I could put in the book were like Instax photos, obviously. So but I have taken photos with my phone as well, because we went to some really nice places, and I didn't want to not have good photos of that, because like the Instax, I do really like the photos because I love the whole like retro look, but they are very overexposed. I feel like that is a thing with Instax. Like, I do, when they develop, I do like hide them from the sun, I do like, you know, cover them up, but they still come out really overexposed sometimes. And also, like, it's 75p for one photo, so I didn't really want to spend loads and loads of money on film. So yeah, I took like pretty much like one photo for each thing that we did on my Instax. So, you know, if we did two things in one day, that would have been 2 photos a day. So yeah, but obviously I also took photos with my phone, which I might print out and do a couple of pages in my normal journal. So yeah, and I think this worked well. Like, so yeah, I'm going to do a flip through now, and I'm going to show you the kind of thing that I mean. And I'm going to be honest, like, I did get a bit bored doing this. I think I didn't really love the size of the book. I thought it was like too thin, and also because I just got like a really cheap traveler's notebook, the paper was not great quality, so I didn't really enjoy that. Also, the book was like, there were too many pages in the book for like, just, we really literally just went for a week, and I actually meant to stick every other page together before I went, and I completely forgot. And then the first night when I was staying in the hotel, like on the way up, because we drove up there, I I just completely forgot, and I just went on and did 2 pages, and then I was like, oh, I haven't stuck those pages together. So then I ended up ripping pages out before I got to the middle, and then, but I didn't really work it out properly. So then when I got to I went past the middle, and I realised I hadn't ripped enough pages out. So then I had to stick a few more together, and it was all a bit, I don't know, like I just got a little bit bored of it. I didn't really like it. I also don't think that it helped that before I went, I had just finished my creative journal from last year, and I was really excited to start my new journal. And because I was like in between and like really excited about it, but then I kind of had to do this one instead. So yeah, like I didn't love it, but you know, and I was also going to do like a whole vlog thing as well, and I was going to film myself like actually sitting down in the evenings and doing it. But it was kind of a bit awkward because like I was staying with my mother-in-law, so I didn't really have like a private space to do that, and it was kind of awkward doing it anyway, but then having to film myself doing it as well, like it was just a bit, it was a bit too much. So yeah, I'm going to do a flip through now, and so you can see what I did. So yeah, this is the book. It is a standard sized traveller's notebook, which I'm not really loving. I can see why people use them for travelling because they are like really nice and portable. But I think where I've already gone from using like the Ken Company Smashbooks down to A5, that's already like quite a big leap. But then to be like, I mean, it's the same height as A5, but it's just really skinny. Yeah, I'm not sure that I love it, but you know, it's quite nice that now I've got like, it's just like a quick little book that I did on a 1 week trip, so it doesn't take up much space now that I've filled it up. So yeah, and it's also like, it's not really that thick either. Like if you think about my New York one where I went for 10 days, that's like so massive compared to this, and it was only 3 days more. So yeah, you know, like it was kind of like more of an experiment than anything. I covered it with papers that I took with me but I didn't use, so I just ripped them up and like layered them over the top of each other, and this is like the tartan ones, and then I obviously put a Scottish flag on the front, and then I wrote this with my acrylic markers, which I obviously didn't take those with me, so I had to do that when I came back, and then I just went around them with an outliner pen. So yeah, I kind of like the way that it looks on the cover. So this was the first night. So I actually did this in the hotel on the way up. So we drove all the way from Southampton to Aberdeen with a 5-year-old in the bag. So yeah, that was kind of crazy. But on the way up, we stayed overnight in the Lake District, and it was just like a really cheap hotel that we got with our Tesco club card points, but it was actually like a really nice hotel. We had this like really nice view at the back of us, so yeah, I've obviously stuck that in. That's obviously with my Instax. We went to McDonald's. We had many McDonald's when we went up there because obviously all service stations have McDonald's. And then this wrapping paper was, somebody told me, and this was such a good idea, somebody told me to wrap up loads of like little trinket like presents for Florence that she can open like every few 100 miles, and it worked so well. She was as good as gold in the car. But yeah, so I put some of that wrapping paper in here as well. And then they were doing like the Squishmallow things at McDonald's, so we got quite a few of them. Oh, and this was my first ever Starbucks where they put my name on it. And it was really crazy because the person in the queue in front of me was also called Heather. And like, I don't like really know that many people with the same name as me. So the fact that like, that is like a massive coincidence that happened. So yeah, that was really crazy. But yeah, I stuck that in there. And then these like little coffee marks. I thought like that's like one of the stickers that I took with me that I thought was like a really generic thing. Like I knew that I was obviously going to be drinking tea and coffee, so they were a good thing to take with me. Then this was day 2 of the trip. So this is kind of like an ongoing joke with me and Alex. Every single long car journey that we go on, Alex always likes eating like cocktail sausages. So we always have to get like a massive packet of cocktail sausages. So yeah, I stuck that in here. And then this was like, I cut this out of one of the brochures when we stayed near the Lake District. They have one of those like racks that have all the leaflets on. So I obviously took as many as possible. Because I think that when you go away and you've only got ephemera, you need to get like as much stuff like this as possible. Because obviously I couldn't take a photo of this and stick it in the book. So, you know, that it was good that I had access to all of these leaflets and stuff. And then this was the thing the key card came in. Some tea that I had, and we had loads of Haribo in the car. So yeah, so this was day 2. That was the same day still. I did 2 pages a day until I get to the end. Yeah, so this was like a map. Again, these are all like from brochures. Well, Florence got these stickers from Burger King. We did have a Burger King as well. This is the day we had a McDonald's and a Burger King on the same day. Yeah, so I stuck these in. She gave them to me. I did ask her for them. And then this was from Florence's little camera. So when we were staying in the hotel, we had a massive argument with Florence because she had taken out the SD card of her little camera and lost it somewhere. So all of her photos are on that SD card somewhere that I don't know where it is now. So we had to order one, but obviously because we were staying with Alex's mum, we just ordered a new SD card to her house. But at the time, Florence could only print out things from her camera. She's got like one of those like really cheap like kids cameras that it saves onto the memory card, but you can also print it out. But it's like on till roll. So I don't know how well this will stay because it is like that heat paper. So it's like receipts, because I don't really like, I mean obviously I have put receipts in here, but I don't normally stick receipts into my Smashbooks and my creator journals because I know that they're not going to last that long. And I feel like this paper is probably going to be really similar. But anyway, I've stuck that in here like just to kind of see how it does hold up. But yeah, we had a massive argument about that, and then we took this picture to test if the camera was working. If she could still print without the SD card, which you can, because obviously we've got the picture. So then this was when we went over the Scottish border, and obviously I got this, this was from a leaflet. This was a pick and mix that we got. This was a piece of heather that Florence picked me. We stopped to take pictures in the heather, and my Instax, like for some reason it just didn't work. Like it was doing this weird thing and the light was flashing, and then like the next time I went to use it, it was absolutely fine. So I don't actually know what was wrong with it. But I've got loads of pictures on my phone that I'm probably going to put in a Smashbook of me and Florence like just sitting in the heather together because I really like it. But yeah, I would have put that on this page, but I didn't. So I've put this is in my mother-in-law's garden when we got there, and that I took that picture like as soon as we got there. Yeah, and then this was like just some paper that I had taken with me. So this was the first day that we were then there. We went crabbing. And again, this was like one of those times where I didn't know that we were going to go crabbing because I know that I have got loads and loads of stickers that have got crabs on them, but I didn't have any of them with me. So I had a couple of shells and a fish, which I guess we'll have to do in stacks obviously again. And then everywhere we went, I made sure to go and get a leaflet, which to be fair, I do actually do that anyway. But like when I was here, like when obviously I was away in Scotland and I had limited supplies, it was really, really important that I did this. And then we saw loads of sea lions on the beach, but luckily they would have, like, seriously, that would have been like awful on my Instax. Like there was not even on my phone camera, like it wasn't really good picture because we couldn't get that close. So on my Instax, like that would have just been terrible. But luckily there was a picture of a sea lion on this brochure because obviously they're probably used to having seals there. Are they seals or sea lions? I think they're seals. So yeah, and then we went to this dolphin centre. It was actually closed by the time we got there. We didn't actually see any dolphins, and then I only had a whale sticker, so that would have to do. So I stuck that in. I knew that Alex's stepdad has got a telescope, so I did take a couple of these with stars, but they actually ended up seeing like the meteor shower. So that was actually really good that I had this because they saw that I was in bed. I was like well tired, but they all stayed up to see it, so that's cool. And then Alex then decided that he wanted to try loads of different like beers that were in Scotland, so he chose the beers on the actual label, and then he like steamed them off for me. So yeah, I was really pleased. I've got loads of beer stickers. He's actually still got loads more that he hadn't drunk. That when he does drink them, he's gonna give them to me for my next book. This is this amazing castle that we went to. So this is something else I'm definitely going to be putting in my normal creative journal. But yeah, because this is literally just down the road from my mother-in-law, and we've been here before. Last time I Disney bound as Cinderella when we went here, but this time we just dressed up as princesses. And for the Instax picture, we literally just stood really still because I didn't want to mess it up. But for the normal photo that I've got on my phone, we're like spinning around and our dresses are like all flaring out and it looks really cool. So that's why I want to do a page on my other book. But yeah, then that's why I took these stickers with me, because this was actually the castle that gave Walt Disney the inspiration for Cinderella's castle. So yeah, we went there. I really wish I got pink ice cream. Like, why did I not get pink ice cream? I'm kind of annoyed at myself for not. I mean, Alex was the one that had mint, but I had honeycomb. And I really wish that me and Florence have both got strawberry, and then I could have put 2 pink ones in there. But yeah, there are also loads and loads of wasps here. And Florence was like freaking out about the wasps. So we didn't stay here for that long. But yeah, I got some pictures basically. Then we went to this like bird sanctuary place, which is really cool. And I've got a picture of me and Florence holding an owl, but for the Instax I took a picture of Alex and Florence holding a different owl. So yeah, that was really good. I got a business card because I asked them for a leaflet there and they didn't have any leaflets, so they gave me a business card because I explained what I wanted it for. So yeah, that's like really cute. And then this is just a generic sticker that I'd taken with me. So this was a day when my mother-in-law took Florence. They made cakes together and they built like a den in the back garden. And me and Alex like went off and did our own thing. We found this really, really nice cafe. It's like this really small business. It's called Chloe's Creations. If you are up that way, like, I really suggest you go because it's really, really good. And I had this latte that was like, I think it was like Nutella or Kinder. It basically just tasted of Nutella, and it was so good. And yeah, I like the fact that I got a business card. And this came in my panini, and I was so lucky that there wasn't any grease on it, so I took it. So I thought that's amazing. And then I got this chocolate as well. I literally just bought this chocolate because it had tartan cover, but it was really good chocolate. And then I've stuck in, I think Florence found this leaf next to this den, and these are a couple of leaves from this den, so I stuck them in. And this was still when me and Alex were on our own. We bought a present for somebody, and this was the tag, this was the bag that this came in. This was like, we put Highland spring water in there. This literally just came off a bottle of water, but it was really weird because this water just like comes out of my mother-in-law's taps, and like we buy it down here, but she literally can drink it from the tap, so that's really funny. Then this was the name of this castle, and it was so thunderstormy. We were literally there for like 5 minutes, just enough to like have a little walk around and then take the picture, because it was like proper stormy. But I think that's the castle where like Macbeth was based on, I think. But yeah. Okay, so this day, it was the day that we went to the zoo, and this was the day that I did cheat a little bit, because this polar bear sticker I stuck on when we got back, because I had never ever seen a polar bear before. I was not expecting to go to Scotland and see a polar bear. Like, seriously, why would you? But yeah, I actually saw a polar bear, and then I really wanted to take a picture of a polar bear with a Polaroid, and so I did. And like, you can't even see it, it's just like a blob. It's just a white blob. On my phone I've got some really good pictures of its face, and I waited for ages and ages for it to look up again so I could go with my Instax. But it fell asleep, and it was like proper asleep. I was like, oh, it's like so cute and fluffy, even though it would actually like eat me. But yeah, so I was really pleased that we saw the polar bear and everything. And then I didn't want to cut up this map, so I just stuck it in. Also, I got the paperclip when we got back as well, because yeah, and in actual fact, when I did this page, I forgot that we had got the map. That's actually why I didn't cut it up, but then I just clipped it in because it fits in anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, and I got this fudge on the way there. Then this is just like generic ephemera that I had, because we didn't get proper tickets. Then this was just like the way back. It took so long to get to the zoo. We were in the car for like 4 hours. like it's really pretty up there, but everything is so far away. And considering that we'd already spent like a whole 2 days in the car, it was a bit much, like driving everywhere. But yeah, so this was just some of the paper that I've got, and I just did some journaling about the zoo and stuff. And this was some ice cream, and then just a couple more of the pictures that I'd taken with me. This was the point where I was getting a bit bored of doing this. And then this was the last day that we spent up there. I just took a picture of Florence. I liked what she was wearing, and it really went with the bench. Again, these photos look so much better on my phone. And then this was, I bought a jacket in a charity shop. So yeah, I just put that in here because I really like this jacket. And then, this was another picture that got taken with Florence's camera. I kind of did forget that she had the camera with her. Otherwise, I would have taken more pictures with this. But yeah, she was with Grandad Steve, and they were just doing like this electronics thing. But she was actually like really good at it. She's got really messy hair in this picture because she's just rolled out of bed. But yeah, they made strawberry ice cream, so that's why I stuck that in. And then we went on this train. This was when the camera started going like really overexposed. I think it might have just been like a really sunny day. But yeah, we went to Alford, and that's kind of where like my mother-in-law lives. And then I stuck in our tickets, and that was just a leaflet that I picked up at the train station. It's like one of these little like steam railways for kids, and we just went to the park and back. Then we went to this castle. We actually went to another castle. We got all the way there and then it was closed. So we went to this castle instead, and it was so pretty. We were like the only ones there, and it was right at the top of this hill, and there were like hills and hills and hills just covered in heather. It was amazing. That's why I put this paper here. And obviously because my name's Heather, like this is like so cool for me to have photos of me like with Heather behind me. So yeah, I've taken like some really good pictures on my phone, but obviously these are just the Instax ones in here. So yeah, and then that was where this came in handy as well, these stickers and this castle sticker. And then this was just on the way home. So on the way home was a bit like boring. I didn't really collect any ephemera because we just wanted to get home, and we were in the car for 12 hours. We did it all in one go. We literally drove from Aberdeen to Southampton in one day. And yeah, it was really crazy. So I just wrote about that. I had this sticker. That was just one of the ones I had with me. This is when all the generic stickers are coming out. And then here as well, I was just getting rid of some of my stuff because obviously I did actually do this when I was back home. But I still use the stuff that I'd taken with me. And then I discovered Ava Max on the way home. Like I had heard of her before, and I had like saved a couple of her songs, but I listened to her album like properly from beginning to end, and it's actually like amazing. Like I think that's my new thing. So yeah, I might even do a journal page about that. So yeah, and then I put this here because we've got a purple front door, and it was really nice to get home. So yeah, so that was my travel journal, and yeah, there are a few things that I would do differently. So yeah, I'm going to talk about that now. So yeah, I'm kind of pleased with how it turned out. I also feel like it is kind of weird that I've never done this before. Like I've never journaled or smash booked like down a route. Especially as like I was cabin crew for 13 years. I did so many night stops, and like having like this really cute little bag with me and having this in my hotel room would have been so good, and I don't know why I didn't do that. And I think when I eventually do get my wings back, I will probably have like a journal that I just take to work with me, so I can do that in hotel rooms. Like that is definitely a thing when I go back to flying again. So yeah, but I don't know, like my next holiday, if it is like a proper holiday that we've booked where like, you know, we've paid for, I will probably just collect the ephemera and bring it back home with me because it's just so much easier to do at home, and then you don't really have to worry about doing this whilst you're away. I wouldn't have to worry about photos. So yeah, but I am pleased and I do like it. I think another thing that I'm going to do next time, or actually just in general, just for like normal days out, is I really wish that I had taken like the backing paper of stickers, like sticker backing paper. I I have got a whole book of it. You can get them on Amazon like really cheaply. But I just wanted like one sheet of that just to keep in my bag, so that when like we got given stickers, or like, you know, you peel something off of something whilst you're there, I had somewhere to stick it. And I mean, even this just even happened to me yesterday when I went out, and Florence got given a sticker that I wanted to put in my journal, and it would have been nice to have somewhere to stick it, because I just stick it to like the inside of my handbag, which then it loses its stick or I lose it. And yeah, like even just like some kind of folder to put all of the stuff in whilst I'm actually out, like just to keep in my handbag, just to keep it separate from like the actual rubbish, the things I am actually going to chuck in the bin. Especially as, like, you know, I have a 5-year-old, I have wet wipes in my bag, so I'm obviously not gonna journal them. So yeah, like I just want to keep it separate, and like that's not even for like a trip away, that is just for like days out where I know that I'm going to get ephemera that I'm going to want to put in my creative journal. So yeah, I think that's definitely a thing that I'm going to like try and organise, just to make the organisation a lot easier. But yeah, I do really like this whole bag setup. I feel like that is like a really positive thing that's come out of this experience. And I am just going to keep like this set up basically, so that I can just go downstairs whilst Alex is at home, whilst he's working from home, because then I can do more scrapbooking. So yeah, like I feel like that is really good. I'm really pleased about that. I don't think I'd have a traveller's notebook again. Although I did really like the actual cover, just not the size of the traveller's notebook. But yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be like another year until I go on holiday again anyway. So yeah, I am pleased with it. I'm going to keep this, obviously. So yeah, I am actually really excited because I am going to be starting my new creative journal now. I feel like I'm pleased that I've got this out of the way, so that I can now start it, because I am super excited about it. I'm also going to do a flip through of my last one as well. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope that if you were going travelling, that might have helped you in some way. So yeah, if you did like this video, then please give it a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already. So yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye.